The bright, golden lights of the America's Got Talent stage cut sharply through the dimmed theater, illuminating every polished surface and reflecting off the eager faces of the audience. Whispers ripple through the crowd, a mixture of curiosity and anticipation. Cameras swing from side to side, capturing every reaction while the judges sit poised and ready, each one embodying a different mix of expectation and skepticism. Simon Cowell leans back in his chair, arms folded, eyes sharp as ever, scanning the stage with his usual blend of cynicism and keen attention. There's a tense electricity in the air, the kind that precedes a performance that could change everything. From backstage a figure emerges. The Filipino Elvis walks with a quiet confidence, yet beneath that calm exterior, there is a flutter of nerves. Each step toward the stage is purposeful, deliberate, yet infused with the weight of years of practice, dreams and sacrifices. He wears a sleek black jacket over a crisp white shirt, his attire a subtle nod to the king of rock and roll, yet personalized with his own flair. A small gold chain, neatly styled hair, and polished shoes that catch the spotlight as he moves. His eyes bright and focused scan the room, taking in the audience, the cameras, and the ever-skeptical judges. He pauses momentarily at center stage, as if centering himself, drawing in the energy of the theater. The chatter from the crowd fades, replaced by an anticipatory hush. Even the air seems to hold its breath, waiting for the first note. The Filipino Elvis closes his eyes for a brief moment, inhales deeply, and exhales slowly. His hands, slightly trembling, rest at his sides before subtly lifting toward his chest, feeling the rhythm of his heartbeat synchronize with the beat of the theater. Then, in that stillness, a single note escapes his lip. It is clear, resonant, and hauntingly beautiful. The room reacts instantly. That first note doesn't just fill the theater, it commands it. In an astonishing 10 seconds, the Filipino Elvis transforms the space from one of polite skepticism to rapt attention. Simon Cowell's eyes widen. He instinctively leans forward, a hand raised to his chest, caught off guard by the raw power of what he is hearing. The other judges exchange glances, some covering their mouths in shock, others leaning closer to see what is happening. The audience gasps as the performance begins to take hold, the energy shifting from curiosity to awe. Within mere seconds, the Filipino Elvis has not just sung a note, he has conveyed a story, an emotion, a lifetime of dreams and struggles in a single, perfect tone. The voice carries the unmistakable soul of Elvis Presley, yet layered within it is something entirely new and deeply personal. Every vibration of his vocal cords resonates with honesty and passion, creating a connection with every person in the theater. The Filipino Elvis's presence is magnetic, every subtle movement, every gesture, every tilt of the head enhances the story he is telling through music. He moves with grace across the stage, his black jacket catching flashes of light, his eyes connecting with individuals in the audience and judges alike, sharing his vulnerability and strength simultaneously. The first chorus arrives, and the emotional intensity rises. Notes soar and dip, flowing with a natural elegance that belays the intense control behind them. Simon Cowell remains frozen in amazement, his signature critical mask slipping as genuine admiration begins to show. He murmurs under his breath, "Incredible, unbelievable." Sofia Vergara wipes at a glimmering tear, while Howie Mandel leans forward, completely absorbed, his hands clasped together in disbelief. The crowd begins to respond, some standing, some gasping, others holding their phones high to capture this unforgettable moment. There's a unity in the reaction, a collective recognition of witnessing something extraordinary. By the time the second verse begins, the Filipino Elvis's performance has fully transcended the confines of the stage. Every note, every inflection is crafted with intention. He draws out subtle pauses, giving the audience a chance to catch their breath, to feel the weight of the emotion. The camera captures the tiny details, the slight glimmer of sweat on his forehead, the way his fingers tighten subtly at his side, the micro-expressions that convey both focus and emotional intensity. Even the lighting seems to respond, spotlight beams cutting through the haze to follow him, enhancing the theatricality of his presence. Simon Cowell, for a man whose reactions are rarely so visibly moved, leans further forward. He instinctively places a hand on the table, as if bracing himself for the depth of the performance. He watches intently, noting every breath, every subtle nuance. There's an almost imperceptible softening in his eyes, a rare acknowledgement that this is not just a technically skilled performance, but one imbued with raw, undeniable heart. The Filipino Elvis's voice crescendos, hitting notes that ripple through the theater, vibrating in the chests of everyone present. The emotional weight is palpable, the tension of anticipation mixed with the awe of witnessing perfection. As the song nears its climax, the Filipino Elvis leans into the final, high-pitched notes. He sustains them with a mastery that seems almost supernatural. The audience rises, swept up in the power and beauty of the moment. Tears stream down faces, hands cover mouths, phones flash to capture the fleeting magic. Simon Cowell finally sits back, slightly exhaling, a rare, genuine smile of admiration breaking across his face. He murmurs again, "That was something else entirely." The Filipino Elvis concludes with a final flourish, his voice lingering in the theater, leaving a resonant echo that seems to suspend time for a heartbeat. The room erupts into thunderous applause. Standing ovations ripple across the audience, and the judges' reactions are a mixture of amazement and joy. Sofia Vergara claps with fervent emotion, Howie Mandel pumps a fist, and Simon Cowell nods slowly, respect and astonishment written across his face. The Filipino Elvis bows deeply, chest rising and falling with controlled breaths, eyes glistening as he acknowledges the ovation. The humility in his stance contrasts beautifully with the power and brilliance of his performance, a reminder that true artistry is not just in talent, but in the grace with which it is delivered. Backstage, murmurs of excitement are already spreading like wildfire. Clips of the performance are being shared, hashtags are trending, and the buzz of social media begins its inevitable surge. Viewers everywhere are reacting in real time, drawn into the emotional journey they have just witnessed. In a matter of minutes, the Filipino Elvis has not just performed a song, he has created a historic viral moment that will be remembered and shared for years to come. Simon Cowell finally stands fully, breaking into an uncharacteristic, heartfelt applause. "That was remarkable, absolutely remarkable," he says, his voice steady yet filled with awe. The Filipino Elvis smiles, humbled, knowing that tonight he has done more than sing. He has touched hearts, inspired, and created a connection that transcends the stage. The theater continues to roar with applause, the echo of the performance lingering in the air, the energy charged with admiration, awe, and a touch of reverent magic. As the lights gradually dim, the Filipino Elvis steps off the stage, carrying with him the weight of the moment and the spark of something unforgettable. The audience continues their standing ovation, the judges remain emotionally moved, and Simon Cowell, ever the discerning critic, shakes his head with a rare expression of amazement. The performance was brief, the iconic 10-second note, yet its impact is monumental. It has transformed skepticism into awe, disbelief into admiration, and an ordinary night of talent into a timeless memory. In that theater, in that fleeting electric moment, the Filipino Elvis proved that true artistry is measured not by the length of time, but by the depth of emotion and authenticity delivered. The performance is more than music, it is a story of dreams, courage and passion, delivered with precision and heart. It is the kind of moment that redefines the power of live performance, leaving an indelible mark on everyone fortunate enough to witness it. And as the applause fades and the lights dim completely, the truth becomes clear: this is a performance that will live forever in the hearts of viewers, judges, and music alike.